What happened to the rest of the smiling critters? To figure this out, the first thing we need to check is all their voice card quotes. After that, we'll analyze each member of the smiling critters individually, from their personalities to pondering how each of them could have possibly met their end. Let's start with Bubba Fant. Bubba is the brainiest of the smiling critters, acting as the brain of the squad. This is even shown in the smiling critters intro when he moves aside a picture of Crafty Corn to reveal a complex math equation. His genius identity is based on the real fact that elephants have really great memory. His lines are also the calmest of all, if you don't count the screams, of course. What's weird in his voice lines is that when he screams, he's also laughing at the same time.
Hey, I remember you. An elephant always remembers. Want to know what I remember about you?
However, before diving into that, we should look at one of his regular voice lines, which can be interpreted in different ways.
Want to know what I remember about you?
When Bubba Fant says this, it could mean two things. Firstly, he's just stating the fact he has a good memory, or it could mean he remembers we worked here 10 years ago. But you can honestly look at it differently. Now, the reason I think Bubba was heard laughing in his last voice line is because of how he and the rest of the smiling critters acted at the end of the episode when the team couldn't sleep. There's a knock on the door, and it turns out to be Catnap. Bubba Fant is the first to approach and asks Catnap to put them to bed. However, as everyone begs for it after Catnap emits red smoke, all, including Bubba Fant, are seen laughing insanely. Now, I'm not sure if the red smoke from the show has the same properties as in real life, but it seems to exhibit signs of madness and addiction when someone inhales it, along with managing to fall asleep. But having said this, there's a chance that Bubba's laughter in his last voice line is related to Catnap since he was initially subjected to the red smoke, causing him to laugh, and Catnap took that opportunity to kill him. Next up is Kicken Chicken. Kicken Chicken is known as the cool character in the Smiling Critters, as he loves to keep up his cool dude image and is shown surfing in it. He's very persistent and doesn't give up easily, even in tough situations. However, Kicken Chicken can get scared like the other 6 characters in the show, which is not only seen in the show, but also heard in his voice lines, where he first asked to go outside and have fun. But after that, he says he's never been outside before and asks us to go with him, admitting he's scared to go alone, trying to maintain his image. However, he says he'll go out first, and soon after you can hear him screaming,
Hey, I'm Kicken Chicken. Want to go outside and hang out? It's looking pretty bad outside. I've never been outside before. Will you come with me? I'm scared. Here, follow me. I'll step out first.
But what does all this mean? Surely he doesn't die from the sun or something like that outside, so why is he killed immediately after trying to go outside? Well, looking at Playcare as a whole, it seems like a controlled world trying to mimic the outside world as best as it can, which is quite unsettling if you think about it. Kicken Chicken most likely knew about this and the nature of Playcare and was curious about what the real world is actually like, but I don't think his fear was due to the outside world itself. During one of our interactions with Poppy, she lets us know that Prototype will kill us as soon as we try to escape, so we must get rid of him first. Prototype already knows you're coming. If you try to escape, he'll kill you before you even reach that door. And Kicken Chicken probably knew something would happen if he stepped outside the building, and as soon as he tried to leave, either Catnap or Prototype kills him. Now we have Piggy Piggy, a health food aficionado who adores food and encourages her friends to eat a balanced diet, though she also has a secret fondness for cheeseburgers and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Her lines include expressions of love for food, but as the story progresses, she slowly starts talking about dishes made from the rest of the smiling critters. Even after that, she says she's still hungry and offers us friendship right after.
Hi there, I'm Piggy Piggy. Let's eat. Roast beef, delicious. Grilled chicken, down the hatch. Stewed elephant, yum. Slayed unicorn, still hungry. Hey. What do you say you and I be friends?
Now, knowing this, it's clear that Piggy Piggy ate all her friends and was still hungry afterward. But now we have two problems. Could this have interfered with how all the others died? And how did she herself die after eating everyone? Next is Hoppy Hopscotch, said to be that friend everyone needs to keep their energy and enthusiasm up, and her personality is also visible in the show for the Smiling Critters, as you can see her playing soccer on a rainbow in the introduction. A bit odd, but anyway. And although sometimes she can be loud or impatient, she's still willing to slow down to please her friends. Now, part of the impatient personality is very well shown in her voice lines, as she is convinced that if she keeps trying, she will be able to jump to the moon. So she tries several times, becoming more and more irritated with the player. But in the last line, when Hoppy Hopscotch tries again, she is heard screaming as she says the word jump, and the sound cuts off. And right before that, she said not to look at her feet, and none of this matters.
I'm Hoppy Hopscotch. Wanna try hopping to the moon with me? On three with me. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Listen, this won't stop until we make it to the moon. 1, 2. No, don't look at your feet. None of that matters. Again. Jump.
Now, I think the most obvious thing is that Hoppy Hopscotch somehow convinced herself that she can jump to the moon, and when she tries again, she doesn't look where she's jumping, and as a result, she jumps off a high platform and dies. Next, we meet Bobby Bearhug, who possesses warm and appreciative qualities similar to how Huggy Wuggy was created. She deeply cares about her friends and everything around her, perhaps a bit too much. However, Bobby can also be naive, as she may care for those who don't have her best interests at heart, and she's shown to be fearful, asking the player if they are going to leave her and saying she has been lost for a long time.
Hey, I'm Bobby Bearhug. Wanna know how much I love you? I love you to the moon and back. I'm crazy about you. I'm lost without you. I've been lost a long time. Please, take me with you this time. You won't leave me, will you?
And finally, we have Crafty Corn, a creative unicorn with a passion for art, sharing its importance with other team members. She also seems to be a peacemaker, seeing beauty in everything around her. And in the cartoon, she demonstrates her skills as a talented artist by drawing an accurate copy of Bobby Bearhug. Now, in her voice lines, it seems she's making another painting and realizes she's run out of red paint. And when you tell her about it, she doesn't believe you and suspects you're hiding more red from her, and suddenly she yells at you to give it to her, and after that, a scream is heard, to which she says that now everything is much better.
Hi, I'm Crafty Corn. Can you help me with my painting? Thanks! Now, can you give me some red? More red, please. Out? But we can't be out. You're hiding more red from me. I know you are. Give it here! Now that's much better.
Lastly, we have Dog Day, the trusted leader of the Smiling Critters, always looking on the bright side of things and supporting others in their difficult moments. In his voice lines, he tells the player to go for something, then asks why we are just standing there. And after that, he tells us we can't stay. But right after that, we hear Dog Day screaming much longer than the other deceased members.
Dog Day says, fetch! Go! As far as you can! Why are you just standing there? You can't be here. You can't stay.
This is perhaps the most unsettling because, to some extent, we already know what happened to Dog Day in his first voice line when he tells us to go for something, referring to his desire for us to leave Playtime Co., and he asks why we are still here, and when he tells us we can't stay and that we shouldn't be here, he indirectly reveals the truth about Playtime Co. and shows that he disagrees with its beliefs, more specifically with Prototype, and hence Catnap and Prototype tried to kill Dog Day for pushing others to escape, as that's what they do with heretics. This probably explains why the scream lasted so long, and you can even hear the moment Dog Day's legs are cut off and fall to the ground. This makes Dog Day's death even more horrifying, especially considering that everything he said on the cardboard sign was almost the same as what he told us personally. But what do you think happened to the rest of the smiling critters?